Steve here. Welcome to Red Flag Life, episode 8, I think. Today, Unreal Expectations is the title. Let's see if I stay on topic. And another red flag. There's some brekkie on my shirt. You know, what sort of schmuck goes on video, posts his videos on YouTube with a big stain on his shirt? Red flag! Oh my god, that's it. You're out of the contest. That's what's deal? No deal. Deal breaker. Yeah, the whole deal breaker thing. Yeah. So, okay, expectations. I'm going to start with the chicks, right? Oh, what a shock. Look, there's nothing wrong with having high expectations. This is part of reality. It's called a human race, not a human watch Netflix. So there's a bit of competition, not just in capitalism and business, right? There's some competition in dating market value. So, ladies, if you have a red flag under your belt, a notch or two or more than that, well, you know, if you're late 30s with a 12-year-old with no, you know, no support from the father and getting money from government or, you know, that sort of thing, that's already several red flags. And unintendedly, yeah, you know, in that example, you ended up with all those red flags, and which is very hard to find a partner, let's face it. So expectations of a 6 foot plus gent, batting average of 8+ in the looks department, 6-figure income. Did I say 6-figure income? Yeah, so 6-figure income, 6 foot plus, caring and nurturing and sensitive and in touch with his emotions and likes to travel. Oh shit. Oh shit. How about that for an expectation? You know, you're using that example with you know, late 40s child, divorcee or single mum, and getting money from government, and you got expectations of a tall, wealthy gent that likes to travel and listen to you? Really? Really? Shift those expectations, or you'll just be lonely. And so the reason why we have the incels, the MGTOWs, men not being motivated, playing video games, addicted to porn, not taking care of themselves, being overweight, unhealthy, drinking, smoking, drug taking, and the like. Well, no wonder. They're getting some of their satisfaction from porn. They're getting their other entertainment after they've relieved themselves. And their drive to climb the sexual market ladder is less for many. Oversimplified, men are a barometer of society, just like women are. Women are a barometer of how they see culture and society going through the men they choose. say the 8+ers, let's just assume, what sort of men are they going for? What really comes to mind is muscular, athletic, inked up, tattooed, facial hair. Oh yeah, no ink, you know. Not going to the gym. So yeah, that's right. That's why I'm not an A+, right? So that indicates a negative outlook. Aggressive looking man, masculine looking man, maybe even someone that shows a bit of aggro, like ex-cons or current cons. Women like the bad boys. Why do they like the bad boys? Well, maybe it's a barometer of where they see society going, and they perhaps need the protectors. Men, also barometers. The ones that aren't motivated to hit the gym, haven't got enough money to get that, I don't know, $500,000 tat or tats, or the 30 grand that it costs to get your whole body done, apparently. The ones that can only grow a neck beard and they can't grow, roughhouse beard. Puny guys, fat guys, short guys. Not so aggro or aggro looking. More accurate. They're not getting those, or striving for those 6-figure incomes. Apparently, only a third of university attendants now are male. I think it's more accurately 62% perhaps. I think 62% of university students are female. And why is that? Men aren't stupid. They may have an average IQ of 99 and women have an average IQ of 100, 101. Maybe. But men have a lot of occurrence in the menses, the 170 plus IQ. I think it's something like at least 12 to 1. I've heard 30 to 1 once it gets up into the stratosphere of IQs, like 200 plus, But it's more like 12 to 1 or 30 to 1 once you get to IQs under 80 on the men metric. Men outnumber women in the lower IQ metric too, right? Okay. So, men are the barometer. They're not striving to get those 6-figure incomes, hitting the gym or wearing a flash suit. Also, men only need 10% of an actual income to sustain their life. Once a man gets into a relationship and marriage, 90%, I'm going to add gross figure, 90% goes to the woman and kids. 90% is spent on the family, 10% on himself. You can read up on that. It's well known, very well known. Yes, there are men that buy their toys and all that sort of thing, and the men that like their pretty gear and that. Fair enough, but on the whole, most of a man's income when they are in a relationship goes to the woman and family once the family comes. Once a man has a woman, he strives for more income. And once the family comes, he strives for more income. What a concept. Ooh. And I've mentioned before, when women get income, it's mine. It's mine. Time for that, $150, $200 hairdo. time for that Botox, or to get that 8+, to make sure you get that 6 foot, 6 figure handsome man, right? It's the cost of doing business. It's the tools of the trade. So if you're not averaging 8+, if you're a 5, let's just say 5 today, you better lower your expectations, especially ladies. The gents, I've mentioned, with their logical manner, a man's nature of being more logical than the emotions and feelings of a woman, they know the deal. They wouldn't dare, if a man is a 5, approach a woman that's an 8, unless they're and pretty much know they'll be rejected, or maybe it's a lottery, there are schmucks like that out there. So reduce your expectations if you're not an 8, 9, 10. What's an 8, 9, 10? Yeah, that's the thing, just to get in shape. I watched a couple of Kevin Samuel's videos this morning, just a couple of shorts. And this chick, she was mid-30s, 13-year-old kid with her own business, earning 6 figures, and she said, I want a 6-figure gent. So in that example, right, mid-30s with a child, quite entitled, looks like she'll be a bit naggy. Richard Cooper often references that men want pleasant. They want pleasant women. And women, if there's ever going to be any women listening to this, if you want a quality guy, you need to be pleasant. What? Am I being sacrilege here? Am I being nasty? You can't help what men want. So you better learn how to be pleasant. That's another expectation. Be pleasant if you want that special guy. Women always reference they like to have a man that's funny. So funny man, in touch with his emotions, like to listen to your emotions. 6 foot, 6 figures, and an 8+. In that example, if you're a mid-30s woman, single mom, 13-year-old child, you're doing well. And that business was a dog grooming business. It's never a tech business, or something construction, or mining services, or mechanics, or okay, there might be women. Yeah, there will be someone out there at some point, but most of the dog grooming and the pretty things businesses and that sort of thing, that's what women gravitate to. And yeah, she might be earning 6 figures, but that's the thing, you see. Just a quick side note, a woman that earns 6 figures in that business, really, that's probably the profit the business earned last year, and she says, thank you very much, it's mine. It's mine. No, it's the businesses. You probably need to keep on promoting, growing the business, keeping those customers, buying those Google ads and the like. just because you were fortunate for the last, I think it was 9 years, and for 3 years she's been earning, in that Kevin Samuels example video, for 3 years she's been earning that sort of money, you know, 6 figures plus. And often when people mention 6 figures plus, they mean approaching 200,000. 6 figures plus is another 900 grand from 6 figures, from the lower 6 figures. Okay, I remember years back this dude said, "Oh, I'm on high 6 figures to Stefan Molyneux," and Molyneux says, "What? You're talking about 900 grand a year?" "Oh no, 200 grand." Oh, what the fuck? And yeah, Richard Cooper, when he says 6, 7, 8 and 9 figures, he means 6, 7, 8 and 9 figures, like $900 million, you know. So yeah, that was amusing. That's what I thought for sure she meant. 6 figures plus, as in approaching 200 grand, not a million. Anyway, that's just a take on that, and a take on you know, even my recent discussion with the lady, like my business made a 5 grand profit last year, and but I paid myself 30 grand. Well, your business probably made 35 grand. Like, if you're a business owner, you better be investing that money that you're earning back in the business. Yeah, anyway, it's just a quick, again, I digress. So, if you're a 5, ladies, you better be maybe accepting a 5, and usually a 5 man, like usually a 5 woman, little bit ugly, size 16 maybe, and a bit unpleasant maybe. So you better, you know, shift it from an 8, for God's sake. You know, maybe a 6, like a 6. My impression of a 6 man, bit of a dad bod, size 38 to 40 pant size. You know, size extra large in the Aussie money with sizes, and you know, he's probably on 50 grand a year. Maybe likes to drink and smoke, which brings down that gross income to about 30 grand perhaps. If you drink and smoke, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And if you take drugs, 10 grand, that's all you're earning, and that's the rent. So yeah, it's pretty tough, isn't it, ladies? If you're a size 16, 35, maybe with a child, you better accept maybe a fat balding dude that still hasn't got a job. Then, if you're still waiting for a 6 plus, if you're a 5 woman, you might get some encounters by offering the V-bomb, offering access. Will you hold even a 6? And that's where the expectation is. If you're a woman that's an 8 expecting a 10 man, offering that V-man, that V-bomb, offering that V-bomb, don't expect to keep that alpha, that 10, that 6'2", 200 grand, muscular, full head of hair, funny dude. get it. He's got options. He's got options. Especially if he's under 40. Options, options. We want options. So, realities, expectations. You better be realistic, which for many women means lowering those expectations. Otherwise, you'll be doing the spinning plates equivalent to a man with all those options that the alpha man that gets a chick anytime he wishes sort of thing. The spinning plates of a woman is keep on offering that access, and you won't nab someone until you go low enough. Sorry. Women that they're blessed with the attributes, let's say 7 plus 8. Okay, 8. Let's say 8 for this example. Let's say 18 to 38. 18 to 38. That's a third of your adult life. The way you behave up to the age of 38 and expecting from age 38 to 58 to be the same as the last 20 years of getting any sort of hot-ish dude you want and hoping to nab him down. Ooh. Especially if you have no kids, like you've reached this epiphany, you're like, fuck, I want kids. Oh, I so want kids. That's tragic. If you do all of a sudden kick in your mid-30s wanting a child, that epiphany phase that Richard Cooper referenced, usually epiphanies, late 20s they hit for many women, and it's brutal. It is quite brutal, and women need to start thinking about stabilizing their life in their 20s, maybe with the outlook in their, after they leave school, because it may take a few years before you nab that dude and then get the child or children. If you're still spinning plates as a chick, you're an 8 and you're wanting a 9 and 10 dude, you'll reach the age of 38, and then when you get to 39, let's just round it off to 40, that sexual market value drops off a cliff. I'm just invisible. Yeah, better believe it, lady. So the next 2/3 of your adult life will be a little bit lonely. Yes, you'll still get interest on dating apps, the whole Tinder thing. But it won't be pleasant. You'll have to settle for 50, 60, 70-year-old plus men in their 50s, still earning 50 grand, say. Maybe in their 50s earning 6 figures, but they'll be in their 50s plus, right? And maybe not 6 foot. Yeah. How about that? And then 60 to 80, or 60 till death, do you part the world? You may not be parting with a partner, you might be parting just being a poor woman that offers access for accommodation, hoping the 80-year-old man will die when you're, say, 65, so you can get his house. The keeper of the crypt type thing. Yeah. some of the realities we look at. Lower your expectations, ladies and men. You're a bit more realistic, but let's up your game too. And as part of upping our games, both the men and the women, health. Some of the coming episodes coming up at some point will be on health. I'll start with the whole vanity health subject, weight management. And yes, I've benefited from my approach on that, and I'll share it. So I'll do that at some point very soon. That's it for now. I didn't want to go too long because my destination